in the Western Conference.
And undefeated in the season series, looking to continue that win streak. What do you think, guys? More of the same?
Well, I'm not sure, because past performance is not an indicator of future results. With that said, I'll always take the team that's pitching the shutout until they have a hiccup.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Wiggins outside at the 3 with Anthony Towns at the 4, and it's Jang in at center. One thing to say about Rajon Rondo's career, he's come up big in the biggest of games, had 6 steals in the closeout game that gave Boston its 17th championship. Remember that back in 2008 for Coach Doc Rivers.
I really do. And after that Boston win in the series against the Lakers, Phil Jackson called Rondo the star of Game 6. Everyone had always talked about the big 3 in Boston. That year, it was the big 4.
Shot clock at 3. Here's AC. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And that one's good. Wiggins has got his first basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And, you know, guys, on the topic of Rondo, you look at his playoff career now. I mean, in 2009, he averaged nearly a triple-double in the postseason. I mean, this guy has great instincts, but he has to have the ball to orchestrate the way he's most effective.
That'll be a 5-second call. And it's Rubio penetrating. Jang, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Jang. Wiggins dishes to Towns. Stripped away. Here's McLemore. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And going back to what we were saying, what you hope with Rondo is that he can get back to his full level of confidence. He tore the ACL in 13. He was traded in 14, lost his way a little bit, but he's still young enough to have several really good years in front of him.
You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. Offensive rebound. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McLemore, the pass to Ace. Feeds it to McLemore. Fires for 3. Rondo can't get it to go.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game. Got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wiggins against Gay. Here's Dang. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
And Yang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
Dishes it to Levine. He feeds it to Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns kicks to Jang. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And stolen by Jang. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And the shot is good. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now here's Rondo. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by AC.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
From down low, AC with the rebound. The Kings trailing. McLemore dishes to AC. Rondo wide open. Sacramento gets it back. Cousins the pass to McLemore. Rondo kicks to AC. Inside. Now the pass to Cousins. And Courtney Jang is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. Garnett comes in for Towns. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
And really a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Oh, jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Rondo dishes to McLemore. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Bean passes to Garnett. It's intercepted. Rondo kicks to Gay. Here's Cousins. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
He doesn't get the second one. Muhammad dishes to Prince. Garnett up top. And again, it's Minnesota converting. Here is Rondo. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. On deep, Gay. No good on that last second attempt pick. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Muhammad. Pekovic is out there with Garnett. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. And it's Rudez with the three. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Jones checked in for Damian Rudez. Here's Jones. Top of the key, Garnett. Jones drives in, and Kosta Koufos picks up the foul. Garnett the pass to Pekovic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Pekovic has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. The Kings trail by 7. Here's Collison. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame since he was having the best of his career today.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
Here's Bellinelli. The shot no good. Timberwolves leading by 7. Passes it to Muhammad. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
18 feet out. And Garnett misses.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super six man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Rubio right side. Wiggins with it. Butler covering. Towns kicks to Levine. The dish to Jang. Soft touch off the glass. Jang's got 5. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And Costa Koufos picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The steal. And here we go. Rondo heading to the hoop. And here they go. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And let's take a look at some numbers for DeMarcus Cousins. Averaging about 27 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Levine, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Gay. He dishes it to Cousins. Stolen by Rubio. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Rubio's got the ball. Pass to Levine. A 3-ball. That's good. Levine's got 7.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Back to Cousins. Sacramento again missing.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Rubio with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. AC dishes to Gay. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Levine. The feed to Jang. No one near him. And the shot is good. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Rubio against Rondo. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Moving it up. Here's Gay. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And Pekovic kicks to Jones. Offensive rebound. Pass to Muhammad. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Tipped away. Kicks to Muhammad. Right wing, stolen by Gay. And here we go. McLemore heading the...
Whoa! Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Bekovic passes to Garnett. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Muhammad kicks to Garnett. No good on the triple. The Kings trail by 9. He lobs it up, and then Gay with the dunk.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Just 4 to shoot. Garnett dishes to Bekovic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. From deep, McLemore. Here's Cousins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tear that rim up, big fella.
To the middle. Back to Garnett. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Garnett's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And here's Gay outside. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
DeMarcus.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. And Shaq, what do you... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Excellent game we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. 10 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right. Clark, he's done some real nice work on the inside.
Timberwolves leading by 8. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Quincy Acey out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. The Kings shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. They set the pick. He kicks to Cousins. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 12 points here for Cousins.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. On deep, McLemore, and he gets it to go. McLemore's got 7 points.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Rondo passes to Gay.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
Minnesota calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Rubio against Rondo. And Rubio kicks to Levine. It's stolen by McLemore. Feeds it to Rondo. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. The drive by Cousins. There's the killer two-handed slam. The Timberwolves trail. Rubio dishes to Jang. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Cousins, no one around him, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Towns wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Rondo drives in. Here's Cousins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Levine passes to Rubio. Banked in off the glass. Rubio's got 5. Here's McLemore. He has 7. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And now Minnesota on the fast break, and the jam by Levine.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all, taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Rondo drives in, stolen by Rubio. Here we go, one-on-one. Wiggins kicks to Towns. Levine dishes to Towns. Wiggins passes to Dang. Here's Towns. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg. He's lost his concentration in the second half, and we can see that in the turnovers piling up. Before the break, he had just one. Now he's got a bunch.
Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they've got a nice groove going right now offensively. And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Well, Sacramento, since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they've put up here. 2nd in steals, 7th in assists, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
Pekovic, a stupendous finish in traffic. Pekovic has got his second best. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Collison kicks to Caspi, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. There's a minute left in the third. And for three, Collison, rebounded by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Outside, Bellinelli. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide-open shots like that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Collison against Jones. Collison kicks to Caspi. Bellinelli dishes to Koufos. Deep 2 from Collison, and the jumper is on the mark. Collison's got his first points of the night. Jones drives in, rejected by Collison. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Here's Rondo. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Wiggins outside at the 3 with Anthony Towns at the 4. Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Jang in at the 5, down low. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
Gay passes to Ace. Back to Gay. Fires the 3. Cousins can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Towns kicks to Rubio. Jang dishes to Towns. And stolen by Gay. For the finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
We could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now nerves and tightness become a factor.
And it's becoming a battle of will right now. This is as good a game as we could have hoped for.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Gay lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Back to Rubio. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
No luck that time either. Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was 2nd in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Looking over the numbers again, Greg, Wiggins logged a ton of minutes as a rookie. Over 36 minutes a game, Clark. That led all rookies in the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star break. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike. They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Rubio against Rondo. And it's Rubio penetrating. And the dunk by Towns.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
The Kings trail by 7. Screen by Cousins. Here's Rondo. In the corner, it's McLemore. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And it's 9 points for Ben McLemore. Dishes it to Wiggins. He feeds it to Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Levine. The pass to Towns. And Rubio kicks to Zhang. Down low. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rubio's got the ball. And the rejection by Cousins. On deep, Gay. Rebound by Dang. Zhang's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
The Kings trail by 5. Screen by Cousins. Gay passes to Cousins. Back to Gay. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Rubio with it. There's the 3. Levine kicks to Zhang. Levine dishes to Towns. And he was kicked in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Rockets in Houston. Poked away, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
54 seconds left in the fourth. Rondo against Rubio. Wiggins passes to Rubio. Back to Wiggins. The dish to Jang. Rubio at the elbow. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by the Kings. From deep, Gay. Rubio with the rebound.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately.
Is left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He told them to start to play smart, but don't be too cautious, saying, continue to play your game. We got this lead by playing our way, and we'll keep it by doing the same. Guys, back to you.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jones, no one around him. Trying to get back on track. Pekovic, and the rejection by Cousins. From deep, McLemore. The 3 won't fall. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio.
Well, he had a terrific game tonight, but they needed a lot more wins like this early in the season. One thing you really like to see is there's no quitting this guy. Even though their season's pretty much over, he's still getting after it, competing. He loves the game, Ernie.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-five. That is a great percentage.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.